Witam serdecznie w następnym odcinku. Tak, pierwsze co, włączamy menu, prawda? Bo mam taką ideę mam. Da się to jakoś odjąć? Punkty? Ostatnio patrzyłem na tą matematykę wzorkową i to będzie spoko, myślę. I to będzie spoko, myślę. Czyli nie mogę odjąć punktu, tak? Rozdałem? Rozdałem. No dobrze. I później, i teraz chyba będę rozwijał na maksa dreszcze i wewnętrzne imperium. I to myślę, że to będą dobry kierunek to będzie. Teraz tak. Tu mamy tatuaże ofiary. Spytaj się jeszcze kogoś o możliwe znaczenie tatuaży. No to poszukamy, prawda? Teraz lecimy. Dowiedz się, kto jest w sali zarezerwowanej przez związek. Spotyka się w głównej sali Really in Racks. Dzisiaj ich tu nie ma, ale prawdopodobnie w końcu się pojawią. Okej. Tu w środę, tu jakieś przepychanki, obejrzeć ciało, no to do roboty, przeprowadzić wstępną inspekcję poszczególnych części ciała, zapłać za szkody, poproś o komisariat o fundusze. Muszę? Nie jest do końca jasne, jak masz szukać maleńkiego kawałka plastików, tak? Aha, dobra. Kto zostawił ubrania? Tatuaże ofiary to ten. Szukaj dalej dzwoniącej osoby. Zbadaj tajne przejścia. Zaśpiewać na karaoke. Otrzymać pomoc. Dobra. Kup spodnie fall. Od Kuna. Zdobyć buty zmarłego. Wytrop swoją broń. Siema Ger, chcesz pogadać?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
O, dobra, o morderstwie nie chcesz rozmawiać, ale może powiesz nam coś o zaginionym pancerzu ofiary.
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Co mnie obchodzą jakieś pieprzone cynowe O!
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell.
Czyli mała skroiła, czyli matka ma w ten strój.
If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time!
Tę dziurę na wybrzeżu niedaleko głównego placu wyjaśnia, wskazując nieba gdzieś na zachód. Miej zabawy.
Piggy, I have no idea why I just told you that. You look like a shaggy dog left in the rain for too long. I have a weakness for animals.
No i bardzo dobrze. X. Dobra. Teraz z widokiem na podwórze, a także na właściciela. Palacz na górze jest być może świadkiem, porozmawiaj z nim. Czemu nie mogę tej puszki?
What's that noise down there?
There must be another way into the building.
Porozmawia ze mną?
You see a young
Porozmawia ze
man
mną.
on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
Oznajmia ciepłym głosem. Mimo niskiej temperatury jego koszula jest rozpięta. Czemu szepczesz? Brzmisz, jakbyś już miał kłopoty. Nie zamierzam ci ich przysparzać. Chcę tylko wiedzieć, co się tu dzieje. Za późno, młody człowieku. Kłopoty znalazły ciebie.
There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice.
Stwierdza Sotowos. Sotowos. Nie wiem, co
I
to
don't want
oznacza.
to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Ask him if he's got anything to spare.
Okej.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness.
To
The
może być-
balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
To może być twój świadek. Z balkonu był wspaniały widok na wszystko.
Apologies, but this is my last one.
Po czym zaciąga się dymem i
The
wzdryga.
god himself has denied you absolution.
Bóg osobiście odmówił ci rozgrzeszenia, co? Eee... Co?
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Nie chcę go tak ten. Masz rację, to by zdecydowanie zapomnieć, że o tym wspomniałem.
As you wish.
A jak ja mam papierosa?
Is it really that important?
Pyta, poprawiając swoją
Like a
koszulę.
nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Możesz podać mi swoje imię. Zdaje się, że masz stąd dobry widok na podwórze Wheeling. Możesz mi coś powiedzieć o wieszaniu?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
O, macha leniwie dłonie papierosa. Już mnie o to pytaliście, prawda?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Pyta porucznik, wyjmując swój notatnik i zapisując w nim coś.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
Śnieg znów rozgląda się po dziedzińcu. Śnieg pokrywa stare meble tarasowe i martwe rośliny doniczkowe, a wszystkie sąsiednie okna są pogrążone w ciemności.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
Jakiego przyjaciela?
It was my Sunday friend.
Okay.
A Sunday friend. How intriguing. Makes sense. Friends are nice on Sunday. You don't have to work. You can just spend time with pals, watching rugby and drinking beer.
Jak się naprawdę nazywa twój przyjaciel? Widział coś?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the dull and darkening sky, the neighboring windows stand silent.
Możesz podać mi swoje imię?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Co?
Martin Martinez? Good local name. Let's go with that.
No dobra.
No. We won't.
Zaciąga się po raz ostatni dymem, po czym gasi z sykiem niedopałek w śniegu zalegającym na poręczy
Now, if
balkonu.
you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Średni. Przekonaj go, żeby został.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains.
Hej, posłuchaj. Ścisz głos. Próbuję tylko wszystko tu ponaprawiać. Możemy się spotkać gdzie indziej?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding. There's snow gathering on his hair and on his shoulders.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
Jego głos jest miękki, a słowa przemyślane. Szybkim ruchem nadgarstka posyła niedopałek papierosa za balustradę balkonu.
But hold on, what's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
Rzuca, po czym odchodzi. Ale odszedł, nie? Where kamień.
He's gone.
Powinniśmy zabiec. Zobaczyć, gdzie się udał. Aha, porucznik chowa swój notatnik i odwraca się w twoim kierunku.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself. He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there.
Porucznik wskazuje kiwnięciem głowy mały kamień leżący na niewielkim skrawku wilgotnego trawnika.
If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
Świetnie, tak zrobimy. Czyli co, zbijamy okno, tak? Nie, no nie. Będzie klucz pewnie
A
pod tym.
stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it. There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity he doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments and the man can be in any of them.
Jak znajdziemy właściwy?
We'll just have to go in and see.
Odłóż kamień na miejsce. Rozpytaj o jego numer mieszkania. O. Ponaklejam na siebie informacje o egzaminacjach i zaginionych czymś tam. O, okulary. Co to mi daje? Bilans zysków i strat. Stara półka na obuwie, są na niej pantofle, trampki i stare kapcie. Ktoś narysował na ścianie 5-ramienną gwiazdę. Boogie Street jakieś. Na pogniecionej pocztówce przedstawiono otwarty targ na Boogie Street jakieś 5 lat temu. Obok stoiska z martwymi powieszonymi z zadaszenia za nóżki kogutami stoi uśmiechnięty sprzedawca. Czerwona krew leje się na błotnistą ulicę, po której przemykają rozmyte cienie przechodniów. Pieniążki lubię, siema. Notatka informacyjna. Przejęte przez Towarzystwo Nieruchomości Martinez. O, tu jest zejście na balkon, tu jest zejście do wejścia. Ja wychodzę na razie, bo jest 21 z groszem.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
No to nie na razie. Ja z tym łomem. Zamknięte. Momencik. Ten nadal tu siedzi i rzuca? Rzuca, ty uparty. A wiem, co chcę jeszcze zrobić.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, eternite.
To mało procent na razie. O, jeszcze tylko raz do ciała.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants.
Momencik. Coś mi tu... Drabinka jest dla dzieci. Nie utrzyma dorosłego mężczyzny.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white
Tak,
boots.
zakończyliśmy
His
wstępną
skin is
oględzinę.
marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. On his
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Someone else? You mean like the police? Someone like a paid garbage man? Or a cleaning crew? I have bad news for you. That is a detective. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast. Climb up there and saw the branch?
Tak, to chyba niebezpieczne.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Może dałoby radę zestrzelić? No to trudno, musimy poprosić komuś... No to...
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How? Yes, the buckle, where it ties the cargo belt to the tree. If the shot hits that, then there might be a small chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea. Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
He feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight. Probably
Fucking idiot! Muckabah asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Cloud.
the lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. Okay, they do have the tools and the men. And since it looks like they put him there... Okay, let's do it in the lousy, dangerous way.
A jak się dostaniemy do portu?
From the gates, by negotiating or fighting. I'm unenthusiastic about fighting. Or we can try to find some secret third path. It's unlikely though.
To the gates. Let's fight, I say.
Dostań się do portu i poproś o pomoc Everata Clera. Dobra. Teraz to ja chcę sobie wejść tu.
You see a heavy steel door with the cobalt blues.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love... Yes? Absolutely out of the question.
Dlaczego?
You wait and see, cafeteria manager. Absolutely in the question.
Wkluczone.
First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Dobra. Jeszcze pójdę zagadać z tym kolesiem. Już z nim gadałem. Wiesz, zawsze chodzi o pieniądze. Ona coś mi powie.
Hello again, sweetie. Whatever do you mean?
Jest taka, przypomniał mi się tekst piosenki, może coś razem skołujemy?
Yes. Probably Roll With Me by the Fletchers. People often quote the Fletchers at me. Morel says it's my theme song.
Zobaczmy, może koleżanka wyszła z pokoju? Raczej nie. O! Ale jaja.
Yes?
Która ci ją powie w słowie... Co
Yes?
ty mi powiesz? Ale że nie mogę wejść do swojego pokoju? Niemiło, niemiło. No dobra, teraz muszę się zastanowić co. Mam naprawdę... Chyba iść wtedy do tego kolesia tam do domu. Bo nie albo może jeszcze ten mi coś powie.
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind?
Pójdę jeszcze do tamtego kolesiotku, no. Ej. A to?
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy, grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Do zasłonek przyszyte są wizerunki słońc i kół.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
Kiwał głową w kierunku rasistowskiego kierowcy ciężarówki. Myślisz, że ta ciężarówka nie należy do naszego twardziela?
Likely, yes. This guy is proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
No ale weź to.
Lorry stuck.
Nie będę mógł. Do ciebie chciałem zagadać.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Hello, compatriote.
Dobra, to idziemy do ziomala. Tam do domku. Chociaż kurczę. Czemu to automatyczny zapis mi się zrobił?
Old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East. An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident. This button looks new, but...
This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Cofa się o krok i przygląda innym pozycjom.
There it is, a brave little army in your pocket. The 1st Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir. Already you regret it, looking at the pack. But don't worry, you can come back to this later. The army of Smokes is honorable and faithful to you. You have your entire life to return to it.
You've passed up your chance to start smoking cigarettes for now, but don't worry. The option to start smoking becomes available again in 3 hours.
O, ciekawe. O, hello. No dobra, najpierw porozmawiamy sobie z panią. Treść grafito. Pluton egzekucyjny dla bogatych. O, myślałem, że ja z nią pogadam.
Give me a moment.
Staruszka się opiera się na swojej miotle. Kostki jej dłoni zaciśniętych na kiju są białe. Zdaje się, że ma problemy z oddychaniem.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
Stwierdza i kaszle do brudnej chusteczki.
This woman's health is failing her. There's not much to do. Not in this damp.
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
Odpowiada, po czym zaczyna kaszleć. Na jej policzkach pojawiają się czerwone plamy.
You're still worried. It's very worrying.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman? I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Mieszka tu pani?
If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room.
Czyli pokój, znaczy się pomieszczenie na obok składziku z węglem to jest jej.
It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
And all she gets, too. The coastal wind beats down hard on the coal room door outside. Splashes of waves make the balcony slippery.
Ask away, policeman.
Wie pani, kto mieszka w przejętym mieszkaniu?
The hell am I supposed to know? Another nut job, I assume.
Okej. Może mi pani powiedzieć o... Co może mi pani powiedzieć o Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still...
Opiera się na swojej miotle.
She leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
She mumbles some kind of a response. Then...
Oh, you'll find plenty of Martins here. Don't you worry.
Odpowiada ze szczerbatym uśmiechem na dźwięk tego imienia. Co chce pani przez to powiedzieć? Ja nie żartuję.
Brain. Someone played a trick on you. Martinez is a name for anyone who comes from Martinez, like Tim Jambrock or Raoul Ravachol.
Aha, okej.
Oops, you really didn't get the joke there.
I thought it was obvious. Anyway, officer, we don't have the witness's name.
Szukam informacji na temat tego młodego mężczyzny w wieku 20 kilku lat. Ciemne włosy, szczupła budowa ciała, pali papierosy na balkonie. Wie pani, gdzie mieszka?
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
Nic, chcę z nim tylko porozmawiać. Wie pani, gdzie mieszka? Jest poszukiwany.
Talk?
Sprzątaczka zaczyna się śmiać, ale nagle strząsa nią gwałtowny atak kaszlu. Ściska swoją miotę, walcząc o oddech.
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Lokal numer 8. W jego skrzynce brakuje już miejsca. A to daj mi przeczytać, co tam jest. Drzwi numer 9 są zamknięte.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number. This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
Why would we want to break into some random citizen's apartment?
Ciach, ciach, przyjacielu.
The lieutenant looks at you for a long moment, then blinks once.
I suppose if one were committed to it, there's a pair of chain cutters in the kinema.
No, a tu sobie tak wchodzę, o? Zasłonka prysznicowa pokryta jest jakąś rozumną substancją. Lokal numer 12. Z wnętrza dobiega głośne dudniące chrapanie. Tu? W środku jest pełno chemii do sprzątania. Czuć ją detergentem. Czemu chcesz ze mną
We
rozmawiać?
should think about calling it today, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year. You should take care of that, then. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
Though
Okay.
he finds this situation frustrating, he is doing his best to not make you feel any worse than you already do.
No dobra, ale ja bym jeszcze szybko pobiegł na balkon. Prezent popocze wysoko na wietrze, rdzewią zapomniane motki i gwoździe. Czyli nie ten balkon, tylko ten drugi, tam było powiedziane, że na wschodzie, tak? To wejście na balkon jest tutaj. Brązowawy blask zanieczyszczenia się świetlnego. Okej. W oddali słyszysz ruch uliczny. Nad miastem zapada noc. Skrzynka z bezpiecznikami jest pełna niedopałku. On tam do góry poszedł. Ktoś hoduje rozmaryn, tymianek i kaktusa.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
Bezpieczeństwo.
Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
No to zobaczmy.
Let's see if anyone's home.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
Stwierdza porucznik, rozglądając się wokół i robiąc głęboki wdech zimnego, wiosennego
We should
powietrza.
return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good? Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here. Apartment number 28. Good, let's go.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him. Remember, tomorrow. He's probably gone for today.
Dobra, to wychodzimy. Wychodzimy. Dzieciaki jeszcze rzucają. Ale światło w środku się palą. Ciekawe. Momencik. O, nowy gość.
Can I help you?
Yes?
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
O, jutro mogę cię nie spać.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking and...
Przerywa w połowie zdania.
He shrinks back a bit under the lieutenant's severe gaze.
I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment. Not until you bring me the money.
Okay, I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is thinking.
Myśli mężczyzna.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Kim zaproponował pomoc? Iść do jego powozu motorowego stojącego przy... No dobrze. Jeszcze to zróbmy. Fajnie wygląda w sumie ten samochód.
Inside, you
Inaczej.
see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure? Regular people just call it the cage. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal. There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity.
A vanity he wouldn't mind.
A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high. I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence. That they are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back. No, that would be silly. I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. A cop with spinners. That would be outrageous.
He flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark.
As I said, they're useless anyway. I should have remembered I have these earlier.
But thank you. The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
To idziemy do Lombardu. Jeszcze tylko zobaczę te kołpaki. Fajne kołpaki. 200 kosztują. O kurde.
Hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Stwierdza porucznik, wręczając mu rzeczone kołpaki.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump-a-mesque banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
Okay.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Wyjaśnia porucznik właścicielowi Lombardu, który otwiera kasę i przelicza gotówkę.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you.
Thank you.
Odbiera gotówkę i odwraca się do ciebie.
130 real.
Ej!
Do not waste it.
Resztę chowa do
The
kieszeni.
windfall is a small consolation.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale. Aphotic paths, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter. Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps. Sure thing. My apologies, officer, but I have...
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Sure, man.
No to cyk.
can I help you? Yes, have you got it? Well?
Zasłania mi... O, dobra. Oto ten, rąbnięcie, połóż pieniądze.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow.
He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have money, he really wants to make sure you're not angry with him.
I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9 p.m. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
Ile?
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
Nie. Idziemy spać.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Dekoracje.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
No dobra. Idźmy. Koniec dnia pierwszego.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then...
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically. I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
You're cold, detective. Again, I only have exactly one every night. You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will, and unhealthy.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day. Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. Our inspection could have been more thorough, as it always can, but we have some leads we can follow up on. The body is still hanging from that tree, which is unfortunate. And there's still much to do at the crime scene.
He is not particularly satisfied with your progress, but he doesn't want you to feel completely discouraged. Probably out of fear that you'll just give up and keep drinking.
I look forward to that. As for the interviews, we weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We interviewed Joyce Messier, the Wild Pines rep, and learned a lot. None of it very good news for us or Martinez, but...
Kłania ci się szybkim skinieniem głowy w geście uznania i aprobaty.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
It's impressive. especially for a man your age, and in those hills.
Kiwał głową zamyślenia, stukając palcem w papierosa.
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
Spogląda na twoje buty z wężowej skóry i nagle się uśmiecha.
Thank you for the compliment. We could manage it even in wooden clogs. There are uncanny running reservoirs in this body. God knows why.
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station closely. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
When power calls you, you come. But power itself is a fragile trick of perception.
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power. We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
Oznajmia, postukując palcem w kieszeń kurtki, w której przechowuje swoje notatki. Czekaj, czyli gdybym zabił kogoś na służbie...
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
A kto ustala te wszystkie zasady?
The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
Wpatruje się nieobecnym wzrokiem w okno poniżej, w którym właśnie zgasło światło.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Silence. A great comment to such a conundrum.
Moralintern.
The
Co to
Moralists
jest?
International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world. What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Technokratów. Jaki jest ich symbol?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something ominous.
Złowrogo.
Something even a little feminine, but in a strict manner.
Kim są Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to
Kim
look
była?
elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
Zastanawia się, musisz poszukać opinii kogoś innego. Humanizm jest dla mnie zbyt abstrakcyjny.
For you, she is something painful, though it's hard to say why.
Co o nich sądzisz?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad. But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
Okej. Mam swoje zdanie na temat moralinternu.
Do you?
Czyżby? Porucznik unosi brew i zaciąga się dymem z cienkiego białego papierosa spoczywającego między palcami jego dłoni. Ich tutaj, żeby daje nam prawo pilnowania Ravenshaw. Robotę. Widziałeś ty, co to miejsce? To żaden humanizm. Jesteśmy sługami największej na świecie burżuazyjnej organizacji, chroniącej mi prawa burżuazji właśnie. Aha, okej. Zamamrał cicho. Imigranci. Nie, właśnie to. Jednak nie mam opinii.
In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes. Sadly, it is what we already are to the people of Martinez, most of them at least, especially the Union. Vigilantes. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging.
Odpowiada spoglądając na rondo.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses. The red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Revachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over. The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
Czemu tak jest?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts.
A w Jamrock i w PPWR?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
Spogląda na ciemny zarys pomnika z jeźdźcem odcinającego się na tle nocnego nieba.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
Mam nadzieję, że nasze śledztwo pomoże poprawić sytuację w okolicy. Przyniesie choć odrobinę dobrego. Może.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
No, pewnie nie będzie żadnych większych zmian. Dzięki.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Do zobaczenia rano. No, do zobaczenia. Pa.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
To dobranoc.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't come. Maybe it's the bed's fault. Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
O, a to ciekawe będzie. No dobra, ale to w takim razie zobaczymy sobie następnym razem. Ja sobie tu zapiszę i będę się żegnał. A cen będziemy przemierzać w trakcie następnego nagrania. Cześć!